this series of video tutorials on the mechanics of music. The first video tutorial is on the pentatonic scale, so we are going to learn how pentatonic scale is constructed and then how to write a simple melody using the pentatonic scale. Now we're using the music creation software Garageband, and this can be found on all Apple computers. A lot of schools use Apple computers, so you can access Garageband on any of those classroom computers, or if you have an Apple computer at home. Now, you don't need to be able to access any music software to be able to make use of these worksheets and these videos. If you have any DVD player, some manuscript paper, or the worksheets from the book, and a piano, or any cheap electronic keyboard, or even something as simple as a recorder, then you will be able to compose your own music and notate it. This is actually a very good way to learn. However, we have the advantage of being able to see on the video how the music is created and what it looks like on the stave. Okay, so first of all, we click on the Garageband icon down here and we get this sort of thing, and we want to start a new project, and we select piano. We don't want electric guitar or voice or these things, just piano. And we choose. We'll call it Pentatonic Melody. Now, what we'll do is, the piano keyboard I'm using is a USB keyboard that's already hooked up. You can actually use this one here that's built into the software. I don't like to use this one. Now the reason for that is that these letters actually correspond with the letters on the computer keyboard. So if I hit A on the computer keyboard, it plays this note, which is in fact really a C. The musical note is C. And there is no such note as W. That is in fact C sharp. So I have found that my students get a bit confused with this whole thing here. So let's leave that alone. You can see on the worksheets pictures of piano keyboards, and that can help you find the notes. Now, just explain the difference between these green tracks are what we call instrument tracks, or they can also be called MIDI tracks, because we connect up to a MIDI keyboard, and the sound is actually, if we look over here in the track information, we can select any of these sorts of sounds. If we go new track and we get the choice between a software instrument or a real instrument, then the microphone I'm using here can create a vocal track, or we could play any other real instrument into this, such as an acoustic guitar, but we don't want that at the moment, so let's just get rid of that and concentrate on using a software instrument so we can play the sounds on the keyboard. The other advantage of a software instrument track, or these green tracks, is that we can actually see the notes we play down the bottom of the screen here, as we'll see in a moment. So I'm going to find D on the keyboard. Melody writing the pentatonic scale. First of all, we need to find D. Before we can find D, we need to find C. Two black notes on the keyboard, and slightly to the left of the lower black note is middle C. Go up one step to find D. Now we play D, up a step to E, jump the white note F to G, then up another step to A, up another step to B. Okay, just do that slightly faster. D, E, G, A, B. To record that, we're going to select count in so that we get 1 bar's count in before. Just have a look at that in count in, selected. 1 bar's count in. Make sure that the cursor is right back at the beginning. We can do that by pushing this button down here. It takes it right back to the beginning. there's our record button down there. Okay, it says start or stop recording. And then we're going to hit the space bar when we've finished. And I'm just going to notate a simple pentatonic scale, as you can see there on page 11, D, E, G, A, B. Okay, let's have a look at that. If we go down here and we click on View or Hide the Track Editor, okay, we can see various, that's what we call a piano roll editor. So it shows the notes here that I've played a D, then I've played an E, then I've played a G, then an A here, and a B here. But if we click on Score, it looks like this. Okay, let's rewind and play it. Right, now let's just get rid of that. That's how we create. Oh, and by the way, if yours didn't look quite as neat as that, we can enhance timing, and we go, okay, let's make it accurate to an eighth note, or a quarter note, or a half note. These are half notes here, so I could make it accurate to half note. That's if you play slightly out of time with the click track, you can tidy it up. But because I played very accurately in time with the click track, I got nice neat half notes or minims. Okay, let's get rid of that, and just using crotchets and quavers, or quarter notes and eighth notes, let's try playing the melody that I've written in the book. 1 bar's counting. Okay, let's have a look at what that looks like. And it looks as if I have accurately played exactly what I played in the book. Now, the rules of pentatonic melody writing are that we use the start on D, if that's the pentatonic scale that we're using, and finish on D. Okay, so that's a very quick way to write a pentatonic melody. And if you look at, if you use any combination of these notes, crotchets and quavers, and you start on D and you finish on D and experiment, you should get a nice pentatonic melody.